Sky Cable TV Kenya, Beyond the Real.
Energy is reinventing itself. That is why Total is transforming and becoming Total Energies.
Hi viewers, this is Susan Muita with True Living Show, which airs via Sky Cable TV. Today we are continuing on a topic of balanced diet, but mostly I would like to cover some of the foods we eat. I know on a previous video we were able to talk about the healthy diet, which we were not specific on any condition, because previously on this show we have been talking about different types of diseases. We'll also talk about different types of allergies, different types of conditions, but what we started on was, let's even have like a basic one topic on what we are supposed to be eating on in general. And last time we talked about a balanced diet, which we mentioned that balanced diet should be well balanced, as the word balance means. So it means that on that plate, or whatever foods we are eating, on every meal we are eating, we should, or at the end of the day, we should be having carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, and vegetables. Being, again, I should also say that we should have the carbs, the carbohydrates, the proteins, the vitamins, the minerals, the fats, and then the water and the fiber. So, but specifically, before even we go to know what are on the fats, let's say like the fats are many types of fats. We have the saturated fats, we have unsaturated fats, then we have polysaturated fats, we have monosaturated fats. And then on those fats, we should be able to know which are the good cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol, because most of the time when we go to the doctor and when we are doing like physical, or we want to know the fats in our blood, once in a while when we go to the doctor, they tell us, okay, can I know how your levels for your cholesterol is? Or even if the doctor doesn't, for yourself, for your information, because you should be your own doctor. In other words, what I mean is you should be knowing, just like the way you know other things. You know, how much money do I have in the bank? Which house am I living in? What car am I driving? The best thing, which we have been overlooking for years, we should be knowing about our health. Because the most important thing, when you know about your body, when something bad happens in your body, or a sickness, when you get sick, you have an idea. Let's say last time I went to the doctor and the doctor told me your bad cholesterol is very high. So if I start having chest pains, if I start having a stroke, if I have hypertension, then when I go and the doctor tells me that, your bad cholesterol is high, I have an idea. I can easily get a stroke. I can easily get hypertension. I can easily get this. The same thing with diabetes. If I go to my doctor and they do my sugar levels and they tell me they are very high, then if I get something different, or my body behaves in a funny way, I might think, oh, do I have diabetes? So as long as we have so many things which goes on our lives, as I had just said, you should know how you live. You should also know your body, so that you can know, how do I start helping my body to move in the right direction, or to stop moving in the bad direction. So as we are continuing on this show, so we'll talk more of what I should be eating. And what I should be eating is, today we'll talk on, let's say, like today we'll talk about fruits. So I'll cut down on type of fruits we should be having. Maybe I can tell you, okay, these fruits provide this vitamin, this fruit provide these carbs, this fruit, give you fiber. The same with vegetables, the same with legumes, the same with grains, the same with carbs, the same with proteins. And before we continue, because first of all, we'll talk about types of fruits, because we have so many types of fruits, and we should know what category, because even fruits, all fruits, they are all different. They give us different vitamins, they give us different minerals, they give us different carbs. So we should have an idea, even if not 100%, at least we should know what it provides. And before we continue on that, just go down there and press the subscribe button, so that we can be able to bring you more of these, stories. And don't forget to comment down there, or ask a question or comment, and then we move on. So we have different types of fruits, and I'll categorize for you one by one, so that you can have an idea of where to categorize certain type of fruits. So we usually have pears and pears. They may contain whatever they contain, but they are good also for giving us extra water. Then we have citrus fruits. So citrus fruits, it's a big one, because this one, even on previous topics, when we were covering about, how to heal a cold, how to heal something, I had mentioned that it's very, very good to eat citrus fruits, because citrus fruits, they are very rich with vitamin C. And some of these, and vitamin C is good for healing a wound, for protecting you from getting in any infection or getting sick, and for a cold, because last time we had also, some time back, we had also brought a topic of a cold, common cold or flu, something like that. So vitamin C is rich, citrus fruits, they are rich with vitamin C. Some of these citrus fruits, the big one we know, and it's available in many areas, is they are oranges, grapefruits, mandarins and limes, and, lemons. Then we also have stone fruits. So stone fruits are fruits like nectarines, apricots, peaches, and plums. And we know some of these fruits, they are good also on giving you the good types of sugar. Then we have tropical and exotic fruits. The big one, which, it's very common worldwide, are bananas and mangoes. And we know very well that bananas, they are very high on potassium. And on this, if we continue on, one day we'll cover about those people who go for dialysis. So renal kidneys is we talk much about the balance between the sodium and potassium, but know that very well, that if your doctor tells you that your potassium is low, you can eat a lot of bananas. Or if you are told that you have to abstain from potassium, or you need to have little potassium, then you know very well that you don't have to eat a lot of bananas, or you can go away and don't eat bananas. Then we have berries, you know. We have a lot of berries. So anything at the end which finishes with berries, those are the berries. So something like strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, kiwi fruit, and passion fruit. So most of the time you go to the doctor and they tell you, oh, I think they use like a general word, and they say, oh, you need more blood. You need more blood, or, you know, so you can take a lot of berries, a lot of fruits with a lot of berries. Then we have other fruits which offers also a lot of water. You know, they can quench you better. So, and they also have their own vitamins, and, you know, so melons. So anything melons, you know, we have watermelons, we have lock melons, we have honeydews and melons. So if you go to a supermarket, there are a lot of melons in one area. So you can find some are red, some are yellow, some are green. And then we have the tomatoes and avocados. So we know very well that tomatoes provides a lot of sodium, you know. And also avocados, they also have some fat on them, you know. And then we can also move on and talk about vegetables. There are many types of vegetables. So for this show, we are just highlighting one by one. We have leafy green vegetables. When you go to a supermarket, or when you're planting, you know, many people can plant, or they have gardens. So the leafy green, you know, vegetables are the lettuce, the spinach, and the silver bet, you know. And those are very rich also with vitamin K. So let's say you have a condition where you need to have a lot of vitamin K. So that's a lot you can take. And other people, they have conditions, you know, like they take anticoagulants, medication like Coumadin, or they have a condition which, you know, makes them take anticoagulants. So they are told don't take vitamin K. So the green leafy vegetables, they are the ones they tell you not to take. Then we have cruciferous. Those are the cabbage, the cauliflower, the Brussels sprouts, and the broccoli. Then we have roots. We know a lot of roots. We have the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the yam, the arrowroots. All those are the roots, you know, and those are still vegetables. Then we have edible plant stem like celery and asparagus. Then we have another type which is aerium, which, you know, we have a lot of onion, garlic, and shallot. And then before we move on legumes, just press that ravish button down there and subscribe. Then we'll move on to legumes, you know, legumes. So for you to know what legumes, they are very nutritious, and they need to be cooked to be eaten. So some of these legumes are like the soya products, like the tofu, the bean curd, and the soya beans. Then we have the legumes flowers like chickpea flour, the lentil flour, and soya flour. Then we have dried beans and peas. There are many, like where I come from, we have a lot of kind of beans. We have the red kidney beans, we have the chicken peas and lentils and haricot beans. So those are still legumes. And then we have other kinds of fresh beans and peas, which, you know, they are not dry, they are green, like the green peas, the green beans, the butter beans, the broad beans, and the snow peas. So those are the legumes. So that, you know, we have just talked about the fruits. We have just talked about the vegetables, and now we are on legumes. And then we are talking about, you know, choosing the types of vegetables and fruits. So red foods like tomatoes and watermelon, they contain lycopene, which is thought to be important for fighting prostate cancer and heart disease. Then we had also talked about the green vegetables like spinach and kale. These contain lutein and zeaxanthin, which may help protect against eye diseases. So if you don't want to have any eye diseases, take a lot of spinach, take a lot of kale. Then the blue and purple foods like blueberries and eggplants, these contain allicins, which can help protect the body from cancer. So that's why we always say, if you take a lot of vegetables, you learn away from many diseases. You learn away from hypertension, you learn away from diabetes, you learn from cardiac diseases, and you'll also run away from cancer's diseases. And another way of, you know, you can be mixing fruits and vegetables. So, and it also depends on season, because sometimes you go to the market, they don't have this, or they have this, depending on seasons. But because now, you know, like we see, the globe is a small place, so when some areas they don't have this and another area have this, when you go to the market, you might find all types are there all throughout the season. But different places, they have different, you know, products depending on the season. But you can think of, you know, mixing, because when it's on season, those foods are cheaper. When it's off season, those foods are expensive. So you can know how to be dealing with that kind of costing or whatever, so that you can live a better life and you can be able to give yourself whatever best is for you. So it's good always to mix, so that you can have different nutrients. And you can also try something new. If some of those foods we have talked about you have never tried, or you have never eaten, it's good always to try. You might like them. And also kara, you know, karas are the best thing to go with. You know, they are vegetables, they are fruits which are green, they are vegetables which are white, yellow, orange, purple, red. So have a plate with all these colors, and that will make it better, and that will make it more nutritious and palatable, and you love to eat, you know, the best way you can. And most of the diseases we have today, if you eat the right way from the beginning, since when you are young, and all teach yourself to eat healthy, whatever age you are, however you are, we'll be able to minimize most of these diseases. We'll be able to fight most of them. We'll be able to live better life. We'll be able to live better with the conditions we have. Or, you know, if let's say you are not able to eat certain kind of food, maybe it doesn't go well with your body, you have allergies, you have a certain condition, then when you know a lot of these varieties and whatever they provide, if you are allergic to this type, then you can eat something else which can provide a certain kind of, you know, nutrients. And the nutrients, as I'm repeating again, I'm talking about the vitamins, the proteins, the carbohydrates, the fats, the minerals, the waters, the fiber, and anything else which goes well with the body. And we'll stop there for this topic, and then we'll get back next time. And this is True Living Show, which comes via Sky Cable TV every Tuesdays 12 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Eastern African Time. Don't forget to subscribe and come on Tuesday. And goodbye. Thank you.